9, 8, 7. Hello everybody, my name is Matt Demers. We're here with MeleeitOnme in lovely Romulus, Michigan at the Big House 4. I'm here with Mr. David MacDonald, otherwise known as KirbyKaze. I've been wanting to talk to this guy for a little bit just because A, I'm from Canada, B, he's from Canada, and that's good enough for me. Sir, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Pretty excited about singles.
Nice.
Wish I was in the group going on right now though. I don't like playing it like super late.
Exactly. Are you, sorry, you're more of an early riser is what you're saying?
No, there's like a middle point in the day where I feel really good, and then anything before that and anything after that, I'm just kind of like, I'm either tired or like want to be tired.
Is that kind of like a thing that you know, or do players normally have something like that where they have like an ideal time where they like want to play their pools?
I don't know. I've never really asked anyone actually.
Well, I guess it's one of those things that I guess you know best for yourself.
I mean, like I just know me very well. I'm still gonna like do my best and everything, and I still plan to take first. It's not like whatever.
Clearly, I was setting you up for John's, obviously.
Yeah. This video is purely it's sabotage. You're trying to trick me into joining when I'm just trying to give answers.
People on Reddit are gonna hate this interview. This is exactly why I made this.
Reddit hates me in general.
Anyways, we're just kind of talking about, I'm competing, you're competing obviously in Melee singles. A lot of people in this year. How are you does that affect you as a player at all? Just like seeing people, like I guess a larger group of people playing than normal? Like I know that, you know, the Evos and the Apexes and that kind of stuff, they usually have a large turnout, but for something, this is obviously the largest big house anyway. How do you feel about, I guess, having a large turnout at I want to say a national tournament? This is a national tournament, not a local.
More the merrier.
More the merrier? Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, like, Pound 4 was huge, and that was really fun. Pound 5 was huge, that was really fun. Apex 2013 and 2012 were huge, and they were also enjoyable, so yeah, I don't know, more the merrier.
Something I asked Lucky just before we talked anyway, was how do you feel like when you're in a pool and you're playing with someone obviously new, that it obviously might be their first tournament?
I don't really think about it. I just kind of autopilot and try to win really fast.
I noticed that, or I know anyways, that back in Canada anyway, you've started a tournament series, Toronto Arcadian? Is that?
Yeah. Yeah, what about them?
I was just wondering, like, obviously, like that, it's a tournament made for unranked smashers, I guess, anyway. Like, so, do you have like any kind of like personal interest in kind of growing newbies, I guess?
I mean, kind of. If you have a stronger overall community, then there's more good people to practice with. So, kind of.
Is that kind of a disadvantage of like playing Smash in Canada as a whole, that you don't have like a larger pool of practice, I guess, to practice against?
Yes.
Simple. Definitely effective.
I mean, there's ways to work around that. There's solo practice. There's a lot of things you can do. I mean, the worst thing you can do is when you have a problem like that, is to just not do anything about it at all. But to not also recognize that there is a problem would also be a problem.
Definitely. And like obviously, like you said, you know, helping new players, I guess, get up does at least kind of strengthen the scene as a whole. So I guess talking a little bit about doubles, you're doubling with Mr. Abate,
yeah.
Abate, a Luigi player who seems to be getting a lot of reaction from the crowd. How do you? It's something I've actually always kind of wondered. Like, how do pro players determine partners? Is it just kind of a casual, like, hey, you want to play, or is it something a little bit more informed than that?
I mean, like, I would have teamed with Jethrotex if he was here, and I would have teamed with Raynex if I know that he was going to come too, but I didn't. They were both very uncertain, so since I didn't have either of my normal teammates, I was just kind of like, yeah, I'll team with somebody, and Abate happened to ask me, and I was like, Abate's pretty good. Yeah, why not?
Is it like something I was asking Lucky anyway, because he's teaming with Hugs this tournament. How does it, like, obviously we don't see a lot of Luigis, or like Luigis tend to be, you know, a crowd favorite because of how I guess specialized they are. How does that change your team like style, I guess, or how does it change like playing in teams with a character that you may not be used to playing with?
You generally want to start on big levels where you can kind of like get a feel for how both of you work without being in each other's face like all the time. And then yeah, you just generally want to take it slow at the beginning, get a feel for each other. It's a lot of just, it's like anything. You have to get to know the person, but you also have to give them a little bit of space. Yeah.
There's a lot of kind of thinking on your feet, obviously, and I guess that seems to be.
You have to make things up as you go along. Absolutely.
That seems to be Smash as a whole, and not a bad thing, I guess.
It's probably the best part of the game. The fact that there is so much variance in situations.
Definitely. So, I guess kind of closing questions. I guess in singles, or just I guess in friendlies, is there anyone you've been really happy to play so far, or had a lot of fun playing against?
I mean, I always like playing Shroomed. Shroomed was really fun. I got to play him in some Shiek Dittos. That was fun.
I'm a Marth main, and usually this was the tournament I finally understood why Marth Shiek is a bad matchup for Marth, but Shiek Dittos how what makes them special, I guess, or what's something that you have to pay attention to in that matchup that you normally wouldn't have to?
I mean, I guess the things you have to watch out for more in a Shiek Ditto are you have to watch out for the ways in which she's going to try to pressure you, because a lot of her pressure has holes in it, or you have to be able to tell whether you are given a free exit from shield, or whether you get a counterattack when she goes for something like a tilt on your shield. If you can recognize that, then it's a really big upside on someone who doesn't, but that takes there's a lot of little factors that determine whether or not it was safe or not. But the other thing you have to watch out for is you just have to generally know your follows very well. Assuming you're playing without the chain grab, me and Shroom don't really chain grab each other, but if you're playing without the chain grab, there's a lot of little specific things you should know about comboing another Shiek. And in a lot of Shiek's matchups, you can kind of get away with down throw tilt fair, down throw up air fair, down throw up air. It's pretty easy.
So obviously we're still on the first day of the tournament. We're going to be going into, I think we're in a bracket stage right now. Are you still playing? Do you still have to play tonight, correct?
Yeah, I'm in Group F.
Cool. So I guess you're shooting to make it through for the next day. Do you have any kind of predictions of anyone that I guess top 3, top 5? Do you have any predictions of if there's going to be any surprises?
Well, I mean, in my pool, it'll probably be a combination of me, West Balls, Cactar, Dark Atma, and Pork Chops. 4 of the 5 of us, probably. No spoilers, though.
No spoilers, obviously. He's the man of the people. I guess kind of any last words just before we sign off?
No. Yeah, this has been a fun interview. Thanks.
No worries, no worries. David MacDonald, KirbyKaze, my name is Matt Demers. We're here in Romulus, Michigan for the Big House 4. You can check out more interviews on MeleeitOnme.com or youtube.com/MeleeitOnme. Have a good day, or have a good night, and we hope you're enjoying the tournament.
Bye.
See ya.